4 parenting styles. What makes children more vulnerable to emotional abuse? Hey there. Today, let's have a chat about a sensitive yet crucial topic. What parenting style might make children more vulnerable to emotional abuse? Sounds heavy, right? But trust me, this is something worth understanding and, if needed, adjusting. Did you know that emotional abuse is one of the most common forms of abuse but is often overlooked? Let's dive into the key points of this topic together. Emotional abuse. A major issue in raising children. To start, let's talk about emotional abuse for a moment. According to studies from psychology experts, this form of abuse is not only widespread but also leaves long-lasting scars. From an increased risk of depression and suicidal thoughts to a loss of self-worth, the damage can affect a child for a lifetime. Have you ever noticed how sometimes what parents see as normal behavior might unknowingly create a toxic environment for their child? For example, ignoring their emotions or trying to control them excessively. When repeated over time, these actions can make children accustomed to emotional harm in their close relationships later on. Scary, isn't it? Parenting styles and key factors to consider. Speaking of parenting styles, psychologists have identified 4 main types: authoritative, authoritarian, permissive/indulgent, and permissive/neglectful. Each has its own unique characteristics. But the main point lies in how parents meet their child's needs while setting boundaries. Authoritative parenting, the perfect balance. Imagine you're building a sturdy yet cozy house. That's what authoritative parents do. They know how to create clear boundaries while still being emotionally responsive to their child's needs. Children raised in this environment often learn self-control, understand their self-worth, and develop healthy boundaries in relationships. These kids are like captains in life, strong yet capable of handling situations thoughtfully. Authoritarian parenting, when control goes too far. On the flip side, if parents are overly strict and controlling, children may become accustomed to negative emotions and a lack of empathy. Picture a child who only gets praised for following the rules and punished harshly for stepping out of line. Over time, they may become withdrawn and afraid to express their true feelings. Even worse, they might accept toxic relationships later on because they believe this is normal. Do you see this type of parenting style around you? Permissive parenting, when everything is too easy. This style splits into 2 categories: indulgent and neglectful. Here, parents often fail to set limits, leading to children who don't learn how to self-regulate or solve problems. Unfortunately, these kids often struggle with a lack of direction and might feel insecure in their lives. So, are you being too indulgent or too hands-off with your child? That's a question worth pondering. The 3 key factors in parent-child communication. To understand this topic better, let's break it down into 3 crucial aspects of how parents interact with their kids. Permissiveness. Do you unconditionally meet your child's every demand? Behavioral control. What limits do you set? And how do you enforce them? Psychological control. Do you unintentionally invade your child's emotions, making them feel suffocated? Connection and change. Where to start? After hearing all this, you might be wondering, so, what should I do to avoid falling into these traps? The answer is, start by listening. Ask your child more about their emotions and thoughts, not just their grades or achievements. And if you realize you've made mistakes in the past, don't worry. It's never too late to change. Every small step, like a sincere apology or a warm hug, can make a big difference. What do you think about what we've just shared? Hopefully, this conversation will give you more confidence and clarity in your parenting journey. After all, love and understanding are what truly matter the most. Right?